Welcome and good evening. We have a special treat for you. We are live at Grant High School, home of the Generals. We have a special treat. I am Da Brad, and joining me to my left is Da Love. We're Da Portland Sports Beat, bringing you some 6A high school basketball action. Tonight, Grant High School is going to host Southridge Skyhawks. Da Love, welcome to the broadcast.
What's up, Da Brad? How you doing?
Good. I didn't scare you off yet.
No, not yet, man. Cool dude.
You're Da good?
I'm good. I'm
Da
good.
Love is Da good.
Straight up.
I know you talked to both of the coaches. What does Grant have to do to preserve this home court advantage tonight?
I talked to Coach Kelly earlier today, and his biggest emphasis is coming out and being the aggressors. I watched Grant play on Wednesday night against Sheldon here. They came out super slow, sluggish. They didn't have that confident swagger that they came out with in the second half, which got him the victory. So he's looking for that second half team from Wednesday's game to show up, come out with a lot of aggressiveness. He wants DeAndre Bird to really be that man for this team. DeAndre was amazing in the second half of Wednesday's night game, but first half he just kind of disappeared. So he wants him to take over this game, and I seen him live in action. He's a player that can dominate a high school basketball game single-handedly.
The 3-0 Grant Generals hosting the 4-2 Southridge Skyhawks.
Straight up.
The Skyhawks, they beat Lake Ridge, they beat Tiger, Tualatin, and Sprague, and then they lost a tough game at Forest Grove, and they lost on a buzzer beater to McMinnville.
Southridge is just trying to find their niche right now. They're one of the top Metro League teams, but at this point they're going 8 deep. Coach doesn't for sure know who the go-to guy is. It's mostly been their point guard and leader. At the same time, they need other guys to step up, is what Coach is saying. They got 8 guys averaging 16 minutes a game, so he's going deep into his bench. They just have to be consistent. He wants to focus on defense, rebounding, and his other key for the game, he said to me tonight, stopping DeAndre Bird.
Yeah, that's a good game plan. I don't think it took a genius coach to figure that one out. We are 28 seconds away from game time. It's exciting, but if Southridge can be as lucky or as fortunate as their JV counterpart was, then this could be a great night for Southridge High School, just coming off the victory, of course, their JV team. Not a packed crowd, but I feel we're going to have a lot of energy across on the student section. You see it's the whiteout, at least 75% of them they tried.
They tried to go for the whiteout, but everybody didn't get the email, and a couple people don't have Facebook.
In tonight's matchup, your Grant Generals welcome its guests from Southridge High. The theme of PIL athletics is to maintain and improve high standards.
We're going to pause for the starting lineups and then the Star Spangled Banner.
All spectators, regardless of their personal feelings of loyalty, should display good sportsmanship. Please remember that inappropriate behavior may result in removal from the premises. Inappropriate behavior includes offensive language, the use of noisemakers, signs, not being dressed appropriately for a school activity. Support your team and your school while at the same time respecting all athletes and fans during tonight's event. Now, the starting lineups first for the visiting Southridge Skyhawks. Coached by Phil Vessel. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 3, Grant Giraldi. On the wing, a 6'1" senior, number 5, Alex Beekman. On the wing, a 5'10" senior, number 10, AJ Monterossi. In the post, a 6'2" senior, number 32, Ali Almanzi. And rounding out the Skyhawk lineup, number 44, a 6'8" Bruce Griff Christensen. And now, let's meet your Grant Generals, coached by Paul Kelly. On the wing, a 6'6" senior, wearing the number 1, DeAndre Bird. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 3, Lou Atherton. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 5, DJ Kennedy. On the wing, a 6'4" senior, number 11, Dylan Leonard. And rounding out your general lineup in the post, a 6'2" senior, number 33, Oscar Griffin. Fans, at this time, can you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
What a beautiful voice, I was about to say, but no one was singing. Nice instrumental.
That's cool. That's the standard high school Star Spangled Banner tape.
We do that in college too, at Portland Community College, where I do some public address announcing as well.
Told you, I'm a fan of the Pledge of Allegiance. I'd rather keep it old school.
Me too. That's
that
two
bad?
of us still have. No, absolutely not.
I'm like, oh, the CD doesn't work? Great.
So the Southridge Skyhawks will be in black and gold trim, and your home Grant Generals in white with some blue trim. And DeAndre Bird has red hair. That is correct.
Yeah, Birdman.
He eats a lot of yams and sweet potatoes for lunch.
Straight up. That's all it is. Dipped in ketchup.
A lot of beta carotene. Here comes the tip. Just on our way here at Grant High School, and the Generals will control the tip. That's Darren Kennedy. We call him DJ. Not disc jockey, but Darren, whatever his middle name is.
DJ, heady point guard. His dad's a coach, so.
Oh, he's trapped right there. Gets to open. Easy dunk.
Woo!
Dylan Leonard.
Okay, Dylan.
How about that? You start things early like that. You double team your point guard. Be careful, because this guy can pass the ball.
Yeah, they came out with a hard trap on DJ. He found Dylan underneath the basket for the nice slam and one.
And one. Chance for a three-point play to start things off right here at home of the Generals, Grant High School. Leonard completes the three-point play. Here come the Skyhawks. Just on our way. I'm Brad, and to my left is Love.
Straight up, we in the building. Grant, ooh, might have been an over and back.
That's Grant Giraldi, a point guard number 3. Beekman passes that off. That's Monterossi. There's a missed shot. Monterossi's going to fight for his own rebound, and he saves. He goes baseline. There's Bird defending that one. Back out, kicks it to Giraldi. Back to Monterossi. Good defense so far by the Generals. Monterossi drives the lane, and we're going to have a foul. So AJ Monterossi, the second team All-Metro last year, averaging 16.8 points per game. He's going to go to the line for a pair of free throws. Okay, we're going to go to an instant replay on that slam-a-jamma by Grant, the one by Dylan Leonard. So we're going to get, as soon as we get to that.
Southridge comes out in a 1-2-2 half-court trap.
Generals 3-1. There's Bird. Bird gets almost got the lucky roll. Big rebound by Griff Christensen. He's got a lot of size to him. Have to use that to their advantage. Moving the ball, swinging out. There's Christensen. Gets it back to Monterossi. Monterossi double teamed by Bird and Luke Atherton. Monterossi drives the lane, misses a layup. Christensen fights for the rebound, and it's going to remain with the Hawks.
Monterossi gets in the lane deep. Probably should have went up with the left on that one.
Okay, we're going to go to the instant replay on this slam-a-jam by
You see
Dylan
DJ
Leonard.
Kennedy, the hard trap comes at him, and he splits the double team and gets it down to Dylan.
Now back to live action with 6:28 left. We have a 3-1 lead. Grant Generals, too many steps. So there's a turnover by the Skyhawks.
This is what Coach Kelly wanted for the Generals to come out really active on defense, moving their hands and scrambling around.
DeAndre Bird, the game plan, got to stop him. And there he is, Big Red, off the glass, misses another one, but there's a follow-up by Dylan Leonard. 4 points for Leonard so far, 5-1. Generals on top.
Bird 0 for 2 right now, but you can see how easy he gets into the lane. Short baskets, layups whenever he wants.
He's got good length. There's a three-point shot by Griff Christensen. He's off on that, a little bit long. Rebound, Dylan Leonard. Star of the game so far. And there is Leonard, fakes the three. He's going to drive the lane.
Nice pass.
Leaves the pass off for Oscar Griffin. Griffin spins, left-hander over Christensen.
Nice move by Oscar right there.
Monterossi in the lane loses it. There's Dylan Bird, comes away with it. He's going to lead the break. They don't have numbers, but there's a wide open Luke. Way off, air ball. And here comes Monterossi on the fast break, 2-on-2. And he misses it. Follow-up is good by Alex Beekman.
Always got to follow the play. You can't ever give up on the play.
Skyhawks trail by 2, 7-5, 5:16 left in the first. And there's Luke Atherton. He hits a three, a corner three.
Southridge in the half-court trap. They're
Make
just
that a
giving
two.
up too many easy baskets out of that trap. Maybe the coach will come out of it. He's coming in with a couple subs, it looks like right now on the next dead ball.
That was a 2-point shot, correct myself. So it is 9-3.
Both coaches talking defense before the game. The Generals and the Skyhawks both in half-court traps. Grant's half-court trap just looks a whole lot better at this point.
And there's Beekman defended by Dylan Leonard. Get the ball inside the low block. There's Griff Christensen. Draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for a pair of free throws.
Oscar with the park foul.
That's on 33. That's Griffin. Already has 2 fouls. So he's coming out, and here comes number 42, Duarte Papa Vicente. We saw his cousins or brothers play last week with Jefferson.
Yeah, a couple of his
Bird, the game plan, got to stop him. Right? And there he is, Big Red, off the glass, misses another one, but there's a foul.
And then Dylan flies in for the tip on the replay.
Christensen for his second free throw. Misses the second, Bird gets the rebound. Cross court, there's Leonard. Leonard's gonna drive, left-hander. Can't get the roll. And that's pulled away by A.J. Monterossi for the Hawks.
Dylan Leonard playing a great game so far. He's just gotta be able to knock down open shots and he'll be just fine.
Monterossi loses the ball off his foot, but they're gonna call a foul. And it looks like that's gonna go on Luke Atherton, the 6'1" senior, 3-point specialist. And it is on Luke. So this will be inbounded by Ali Elmans.
Southridge looking a little confused on the inbound play, but they get it in.
There's Parker Gaddis who checked in for the Hawks. Seems like the Skyhawks, they always go to A.J. Monterossi when they don't know what to do.
Yeah, Monterossi, that's their guy. He's going to be the primary ball handler and taking a majority of the shots tonight.
And there's Monterossi again, drives right off the glass. Nice shot.
As you can see there.
Cuts it a 3-point lead for the Generals. And here comes the up-tempo Grant High School. Here comes Bird. Bird in the paint. Gets the roll this time. Bird's first 2 points of the game.
Couple hard dribbles and gets in the paint. That's easy money for him.
5-point General lead with 3:33 left in the first. Monterossi again from the free throw line. Cuts it to a 3-point game. And right back into Bird. Bird looking, has an open lane. Gets that back out to Luke Atherton. Atherton, a 3-point shot. And now you're going to get, there's a timeout by Southridge, as Atherton has killed him from the outside.
That's a good timeout for Southridge and Coach Phil Vessel. At this point, Southridge in the half-court trap is a little bit too slow. They probably either want to match up man-to-man or just drop all the way back in the zone. They're getting caught scrambling. They're not getting out to guys, as you can see on the last play. Luke Atherton knocks down a wide-open 3. So they probably at this point need to come out of that half-court trap. Grant's just a little too quick for him.
Grant leads by 6, 14-8 with 3:17 left in the first. So far, so good.
So far, so good. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Dylan Leonard, I saw him the other night. He didn't look like this. I didn't know he had some hops in him.
And he got up there and jammed it home. Got a little instant replay. This is new from Portland Sports Beat. Again, that's The Love. And I'm Dub Brad. This is the Portland Sports Beat bringing you some high school action. Skyhawks with the ball.
Oh.
And there's number 14, Isaiah Real checked in. And he loses it, tries to save it, does
Good
to
save.
number 33. That's Gaddis. Gaddis underneath to A.J. Monterossi. Monterossi cuts the lead to 4 points.
Hey, yeah, that was a really good play right there by Southridge, keeping the ball alive and able to get a basket just off hustle. That they're going to need those second chance shots against Grant tonight.
And they're going to call a foul on Alex Beekman. Got aggressive, though. You got to like the defensive tenacity right there.
Yeah, they got to be more aggressive because at this point, Grant's just a little bit more athletic than them, so they got to outsmart him and play a little bit more aggressive than Grant.
Kennedy leading the point for the Generals. Pressured. They're going to get an over and back, a turnover for the Generals. Good defense. That was Beekman and company.
You can see now Southridge comes out of that timeout. They're being a lot more aggressive on defense.
The Skyhawks can trim the lead to 2 or possibly 1 with a three-pointer. 2:39 left to go in the first.
Grant in the zone, really closing out great right now.
Cross pass, that's to number 33, that's Gaddis. Gaddis gonna put up the shot, rolls in and out. Bird with another board.
He had a good look.
Grant on the move. And there's Leonard. Leonard, the left-hander. I believe he is left-handed. And back to Leonard. He's gonna shoot the elbow jumper, and Leonard hits again.
Yeah, good basket.
16-10 Generals. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. That's rejected.
Ooh, he said, not in my house.
No way.
Not in my house.
Grant Generals back on. They're going to have an offensive foul. Good position by Beekman. They're going to call an offensive foul on Luke Atherton. That's his second. So Luke Atherton's going to come out, and here comes Alondre Augustus in for him.
The crowd with the stiff boo. They
didn't like
the
it.
Call.
Well, they got so excited with that rejection that they wanted a fast break point.
They did. They wanted that basket. They hit him with the stiff boo.
That rejection was by Papa Vicente, who came in for Oscar Griffin, who had 2 personals, early foul trouble for the Generals. See how that plays a factor later in this game. There's an open shot, and that's good. That's Parker Gaddis, the junior wing, 6'3".
Yeah, Parker Gaddis came in the game along Isaiah Real. When the coach put these guys in, their defensive intensity picked up quite a bit.
The trap on. There's Papa Vicente. Can't get it to go. Battling for the rebound. Comes away by the Hawks. That's Grant Giraldi, and he's going to be fouled. I believe they're going to get number 20. And it is. It's on Alondre Augustus, number 20. He's their 6th man. Comes off their bench. A lot of energy. The 5'9" junior.
Yeah, he's going to pick up full court and be really active defensively. You can look for him to get a lot of steals in this game.
Giraldi defended by Augustus. And gets that in to Beekman. Beekman kicks that out for 3, a corner 3.
Good look.
And there it is. That's Hudson Van Allen, the senior wing. Cuts this to a 1-point lead, 16-15 Generals. And we're going to have a reach in, and that's going to be on Alex Beekman.
Both teams got to be really careful. The refs right now are really looking for the hand check calls. They're not letting anything go, so they got to be really careful.
Tight game, got to adjust, right?
Yeah.
Third team foul.
.7 seconds left to go in the first. 16-15 Generals. And that's inbounded by your man Dylan Leonard. Gets it to Bird. Bird defended by Gaddis. Bird jumps over him, can't get the shot to go. Bird almost comes away with the rebound, loses it. Controlled by the Hawks.
Southridge has a chance to take a lead for the first time in this ball game.
Van Allen with the ball at the top of the key. Gets it out to Giraldi. Giraldi has an open
Nice
3 on the
fake.
fake. Misses that. That's short. Rebound Leonard, another board. Dylan Leonard's had a huge first quarter so far for the Generals. And DJ Kennedy's going to slow this up, get it to Bird, back to Kennedy.
Yeah, coach is
14
calling for the
seconds.
last shot right now. He wants the last shot of the quarter, so just swinging the ball and probably go at about 7 or 6 seconds on the clock.
Let's see. Here comes Kennedy in the lane. A floater, can't get it to go. Rebound Hawks.
Took the shot
1
a
second
little
left.
early.
And no shot as Parker Gaddis couldn't come away with that.
I'm sure
That's the end of the first quarter. It is a 16-15 Grant lead. We'll be back. You're listening to the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network.
We have a special opportunity for you. We are selling food.
When living at home is no longer an option, save yourself the frustration and go contact an expert who has been in your shoes, and you will find the right living community to meet your needs. Call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7353 or email her at jennifer@livinglight.net or go online for more information, www.livinglight.net. We're going to go to our sideline reporter. That's Taylor Foster. It's Australian for reporter.
Inside of Grant's huddle. We're going to take an in-depth look at DeAndre Bird, number 1. 2 keys of the game for both of them. For Grant, it was to come out and get DeAndre involved early, and for Southridge, it was to contain DeAndre. He is currently 2 of 5 for shooting with 4 points. He has 2 rebounds and 1 assist so far. So let's see how this plays out. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Taylor Foster.
Thank you, Taylor.
She redefined what Australian means for sideline reporter.
Straight up. It's always good to have Taylor in the building.
Well, this is high school rated,
Duh
correct?
Taylor in the
Duh
building.
Taylor. And starting the second quarter, trailing by 1, the Skyhawks have the ball. That's their point guard, Giraldi. Gets it out to Brian Pete, one of their 6 men. Nice pass, backdoor pass. And there is Hudson Van Allen.
Southridge goes 1-4 high. Grant overplaying everything. They know that coming out of the quarter. Backdoor cut, easy layup.
And just like that, foul trouble, and now Grant trails by 1, 17-16.
Right. Southridge came, they called a timeout. They came back out with a lot of energy. They got a couple stops, and now they're back in the ball game. That's probably Grant's best bet right now.
There's Kennedy, double teamed. He throws up the shot, can't get it to go. A fight for the rebound. Looks like it's going to come away by the Grant Generals, and it is. It's controlled by Augustus.
Good hustle.
And here's Bird. Ball's always in good hands. Bird goes to the left. He shoots it out to DJ. DJ for 3. Hits the rim and out. Big rebound by Griff Christensen.
Christensen, big guy, 6'8" post.
And there's a 3-point shot. That is a miss. And Bird comes away with the rebound. Dylan Leonard, who had a big first quarter.
Grant came out with a lot of confidence, and now they're looking a little rattled out here.
DJ working on Hudson Van Allen. Kicks that back out. And that rims out. That's Augustus. Rebound again by Christensen. Gets it to his point guard, Grant Giraldi. And they're working on baseline. Deflected by DJ Kennedy.
Great Southridge ball movement.
Ball will stay with the Skyhawks. 6:17 left to go here in the first half with Southridge up by 1 over Grant.
They got a pretty fast tempo going in this game. Both teams looking a little bit tired at this point. Let's see who remains focused and stays disciplined to finish out the half.
Impressive comeback by Southridge so far.
Yeah, very aggressive comeback. And with that, Grant, they lost the confidence that they came out of the game to start in the blocks with.
There's Michael Singh, who's in for the first time. And gets that ball, 5-footer, no good. That was missed by Pete. And a putback by Christensen.
Christensen owning the boards right now.
3-point lead for the Skyhawks. Generals need an answer. I guess you go into Bird right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, you want to come out right now and call a good set that you know your team's going to score on. If I'm Coach Kelly right now, I'm telling our guys, let's get into a play that we know works for us. Let's go with our best option that's generally getting the ball to DeAndre Bird. So maybe they'll go pick and roll with DJ Kennedy and Bird, or maybe they look to get the ball to Luke Atherton and get a wide open 3-point shot.
Oscar Griffin checks back in for Grant back at the post. 5:38 left. Good tight defense by Isaiah Reel on DJ Kennedy. Kennedy struggled a little bit getting the ball out, and there's a high post into Bird. Bird now faces up. Now he's going to back him down. Bird kicks that out to Kennedy. Kennedy's going to take the elbow jumper, and Kennedy hits his first shot, and it's a 1-point Skyhawks lead.
That's a good look. Like you said, he's having a little bit of trouble. Isaiah Reel's putting a lot of pressure on DJ Kennedy, so he's got to get to the basket.
There's a turnover. And Grant back. There's a 3-point shot by Atherton. Can't get it to go, and a rebound by the Skyhawks. And that's stolen by Atherton. So here comes a couple turnovers in a row. They're going to trade turnovers, it looks like.
Yeah, both teams a little bit sloppy with the ball. You can tell right now both teams are a little bit winded. The bench guys aren't, though. They're excited.
Gets it out to Atherton, top of the key, misses it, rolls in and out. Rebound cleared by Pete. The Skyhawks can take the lead with a bucket here. Ooh, a baseline, count it! That's Isaiah Reel, who went baseline, got the contact and the layup.
Isaiah Reel turning into a game changer right now for Southridge. He came in earlier, like I said, put a little bit of pressure on the Generals defensively, and that helped spark their comeback. Now he's on the line with the and one.
That foul's on DJ Kennedy, his first. So Real's going to go to the line for one to try to complete the three-point play.
I think Coach Kelly, he sees that his main guys are a little bit tired. He pulls Bird out of the game, and DJ Kennedy try to give him a little bit of rest, let him see what's going on.
We're going to go back to a replay on that beautiful baseline move by Real and the foul. As you see, he went baseline, made the shot, got the contact. Into Oscar Griffin on the other side. Griffin misses the shot, but Atherton comes away with the ball for the Generals.
DJ Kennedy out of the game, so Atherton's primary ball handler at this point.
Leonard hasn't been aggressive since the first quarter. Early in the first quarter. There he is, elbow jumper, and there's Dylan Leonard.
That was a big-time shot with a hand right in his face. That almost could have been a foul call.
Leonard cuts the lead to one.
Might have picked his nose.
3:50 left to go in the first half. Here come the Skyhawks on the baseline move. That's Gaddis, and he's fouled. So Gaddis is going to go to the line.
Gaddis, very aggressive drive. Grant's not getting their feet set. They're not getting back, so there you go. You got somebody coming at you, going to the line now.
That foul's on Augustus, his second personal.
The foul was on the shot.
Parker Gaddis misses his first, and here comes Kennedy checking back in for the Generals.
Grant doesn't want to go too long without your primary ball handler and your point guard.
Well, Russell Tillery was in for about a minute. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, just to give Kennedy a little bit of a breather, let him watch a couple possessions, maybe make some adjustments coming off the bench.
Gaddis misses two right there, and here comes Kennedy, and he comes right in.
Exactly.
From the top of the key.
Got a little bit of time to see what's going on. Now you can come out, take your time, and let the game come to you.
And now the Generals have the lead by one, 22-21, 3:25 left to go here in the first half. And Monterossi gets that back out to Elmans.
Southridge really patient. Dribble, drive, kick, until finally they break the defense all the way down.
Back and forth game so far, and we're going to have a foul before the shot. And that's on Southridge. They're going to call that on Isaiah Real. It's going to be a non-shooting foul. It will be inbounded by Luke Atherton.
Coach goes back with his starting lineup to finish the half.
Grant can take the lead with a basket or a two-point lead with the three-pointer.
Let's see if they turn their energy around now, since a couple of key guys have set out, come back in the game a little bit more refreshed and focused.
Kennedy from the top of the key, air ball, and that's going to go back to the Skyhawks.
Somebody opened the back door and the wind blew. That's what happened.
Yeah, a little bit too much air on that one.
Man, wide left.
The crowd has been a non-factor so far. Not as passionate as what we saw last week. And that's Real, gets it back out to Monterossi. 2:38 left to go in the first. Good ball movement. There's Monterossi. Ooh. That's rejected. No goaltending, but the Skyhawks get the ball back.
Dylan.
And he steps out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover on Ali Elmans, who stepped out on the baseline.
Dylan Leonard having a great game tonight, offensively and defensively.
Huge rejection by Leonard. So the Generals can recapture the lead here, trailing 23-22 with 2:18 left to go in the first half. Kennedy trapped, gets the ball to Bird. Bird turns it over on a poor pass. And they're waiting. There's Real, misses a shot, waiting for some company, and we're going to have a foul, and that's going to be on Grant.
Isaiah Real again with great defense and getting the ball.
We're going to go to the replay on the rejection by Dylan Leonard. Watch this. Oh!
Leonard gets beat a little bit, and then he comes up and catches him from behind.
It was close to a goaltend, but that was a legitimate great block.
He made up for getting beat off that first step.
Leonard's been the all-around great player so far. Just at the 2-minute mark here of the first half in Grant High School, the Generals trail by 1 to the Skyhawks.
A lot of body contact on that.
And there's Leonard working on Pete. Gets it back to the point guard. That's DJ Kennedy. Kennedy's going to go left. Kennedy in the lane, off the glass. Good move, can't get it to go. And there's Pete with the rebound. And here come the Skyhawks. There's Monterossi. He's going to go baseline. Throws it off and turns it over. That's picked up by Atherton. Atherton's going to slow this up. There's Kennedy, and he walked. Oh, he knew he did. He's smiling. He knew it right in front of the Skyhawks bench. That's a no-no.
He was at that midpoint trying to make a decision to shoot the three or get to the basket. And
more
turnovers. Stutter step.
Skyhawks up by 1, 23-22, 120 left to go in the first half.
It's been a good game so far, up and down tempo. I
like the pace
spins
for both teams. Off the glass. What a shot.
It was like a reverse 360.
Lead back up to 3 now for the Skyhawks. Monterossi has a lot of moves.
Yeah, he does, and he's quick on his first step. He gets to the basket in a flash.
And here's Leonard working. Gets it back to Etherton. Nobody wants to be aggressive here.
Yeah, Grant's just really stagnant on this possession. You got a couple guys a little winded, you can tell, but just really stagnant.
Good defense by the Skyhawks. Kennedy's trying to get some kind of separation. Make some moves. So we got 34 seconds left in the half.
Southridge playing great defense, though. They had a slow start. Coaches are calling for the play, double. And here he comes off the top.
And there's Etherton for 3 from the top of the key, and that rims out. Another rebound by the Hawks. That's Parker Gaddis. He clears that and gets it to Van Allen. Defended by Leonard.
Got 8 on the clock.
6 seconds to go. Monterossi's going to take him. Monterossi's rejected again by Leonard, but Monterossi gets the ball, and that's not going to count. And that's going to be the end of the first half. The score is Southridge 25 and Grant 22.
Grant,
impressed?
Yeah, Grant, they really started off with a lot of confidence and really looked excited. And then after Southridge called that timeout in the first quarter, they just kind of faded away into that team I think Coach Kelly really didn't want to see, a little bit too relaxed.
Okay, we're going to go to Taylor Foster, our sideline reporter.
And this is Taylor Foster with your halftime adjustments. For Grant, it's really going to be communication on defense. They're really going to look to control that outside shot and really contest those that are coming inside. For Southridge, it is really going to be containing DeAndre. They're forcing him outside to make that outside shot, so he has to dribble inside to take that inside shot with all those bodies. So that's something they're really, really going to stress this next half. All right, and back to you guys.
Foster. So the score, 25-22. The visiting Southridge Skyhawks, who are 4-2 this season, have the lead. Like you said, Grant started off with a vengeance, and all of a sudden, Southridge started playing defense. There was a little foul trouble with Grant, and Southridge was really able to maintain DeAndre Bird and use Monterossi on different screens.
Yeah, for sure. Monterossi played great defense. Coach came in after the timeout with Isaiah Reel. Parker Gaddis came in as well, and they play really aggressive defense on DJ Kennedy, kind of turned the game around at that point, and Grant just lost their swagger a little bit. So now they're down 3 at the half. Hopefully they can bounce back after the half, get a little more confidence. Both teams really tired after that first half.
Living Right Senior Placement offers free assistance to find the most appropriate living community for seniors, including assisted living, memory care, adult foster care homes, and retirement homes. Our process begins with a face-to-face meeting to personally review the geographical, financial, cultural, and medical needs of the senior. Every senior living in the community is unique in its environment, and finding the one that is comfortable and welcoming is all the utmost importance. Check us out online at www.livinglight.net. We'll be back for second half action. You're listening to the Portland Sports Beat, Duh Love, and Duh Brad. All right, we're ready. Welcome back to Grant High School, home of the Generals, where the Generals trail 25-22 to the Southridge Skyhawks. Battle of 6A. Very impressive start for Grant. Some foul trouble, and Southridge just took control of the second quarter.
The aggressive tempo against DJ Kennedy. Grant had a few turnovers, and now Southridge is back in the game. Both teams were looking a little bit tired towards the end of the second half. They've had a little bit of a break now. Let's see who comes out and win this third quarter. Usually the team that wins the third quarter wins the game. So
we're ready to get it going. Here's the second half action. This is Portland Sports Beat broadcasting this game on PortlandSportsBeat.com. I'm Duh Brad with Duh Love in Duh Building in Duh Grant High School. We're doing it Duh way.
All the way, live.
Grant will be on offense first. Here comes DJ Kennedy.
Coach Kelly talking to DJ Kennedy at halftime, getting into his head, letting him know they got to run their sets and score the basketball. Easy baskets.
Leonard looking to be aggressive this third quarter. Atherton gets it to DJ. 20 seconds have elapsed so far here in the third. Now he's double teamed here. Tough to get out of this. Might have to call a timeout. Gets the ball. Good ball movement. There's Leonard open from 18. And Leonard hits.
That's easy. That's easy money for Dylan Leonard. DJ Kennedy, again, they're coming hard, trapping him. He splits the trap, gets the ball to open man, and one more extra pass, a wide open jump shot for Dylan Leonard.
Last year, Leonard averaged 12, 7 boards, and 2 steals. Great three-point shooter. And he's also made, 2 huge blocks.
Yeah, he's been great offensively and defensively. Led the Generals at halftime with 9 points. Couple nice blocks pinned to the glass.
There's a three-point shot that rolls in and out for Grant Giraldi. Grant trails by 1, 25-24. Under 7 minutes to go in the third. Grant High School. This is your alma mater, isn't it?
Yeah, I went to Grant, 96, 97. We got a banner up here. PIL champions, girls 97.
Leonard on the drive. Can't get it to go, misses the layup, but an outstanding move. There's a board cleared by Christensen, and here comes the Skyhawks.
Monterossi really been making it a point to get to the basket. Let's see if he continues to stay aggressive.
There's a double team by a little trap from Grant, and another one. Good ball move by the Skyhawks, and there's Monterossi in the paint. Can't get that one to go. Fight for the rebound, and that's pulled away by Leonard. And here come Grant. They can pull or take the lead by 1. And there's Kennedy, and he does it.
Nice floater in the lane by DJ Kennedy.
That's their first lead in quite a while. 26-25, Grant High School on top of Southridge. Beekman gets it back out to Monterossi. Here's another block. That's partially blocked. We're going to give him credit for that. That is Leonard as he comes away with the rebound. Looking to add to their lead, 26-25, 5:36 left to go in the third.
This is the group, the starting lineup versus starting lineup, where Southridge really had a hard time and got behind early in the game.
Great save by Monterossi, and that's going to go back to Grant High School.
And Coach comes back in with Isaiah Real. He's playing a good game right now. Monterossi looking a little bit winded.
Yeah, he needs a rest. He's done pretty much everything on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, Southridge isn't losing anything, though, when they come in with this substitution. He's been playing great defense, moving his feet.
Real's a little bit bigger, and there's a rebound. Oscar Griffin, he loses it. Doesn't make it. We're going to have a foul, and I believe that's going to be on DJ Kennedy.
Yeah, Isaiah Real really hounding DJ Kennedy, giving him a tough time.
Smart.
His size.
He's got about, 5 inches on him?
Yeah, he does, and he's using his feet a lot. He's not really reaching. He's just standing in front of him and making him turn.
It's actually 4 inches to be exact, but we were pretty close.
An inch here, an inch there.
Inbounded by Beekman. Southridge looks to regain the lead.
They start back in a 1-4 high set with a swing.
It's Elmans into Christensen, the low post. He's double teamed by Bird and Atherton, and they're going to have a foul, and that's going to probably go on Bird. Over aggressive it is. It's on DeAndre Bird, who's been so quiet.
Absolutely. Shocking like a ghost quiet in this game tonight.
And he looks very lethargic out there as well.
You know, and that's a lot of his personality. You know, Coach Kelly talked about him just being a really laid-back guy, really cool. And on the basketball court, that's not always the best personality to have. He's got to be a little bit more assertive in the basketball game.
You think he would be more assertive having red hair?
Yes, fiery.
Fiery. There's a three-point for Giraldi, and he gets the lucky roll. And now Southridge takes the lead, 27-26.
That's one of those where you say, it was a pass.
Atherton misses. Christensen clears the boards for the Hawks.
Southridge, I think right now, it's a close game, but Southridge, their confidence is just a little bit higher than Grant's right now.
Good ball movement by Southridge. Ali Elmans gets that back to Giraldi. And they're playing a two-man game there. Giraldi's right by the three-point line. Into Christensen, good pass. Christensen gets rejected by Bird, but puts it back and in.
Southridge, great motion offense. Coach has got him moving the ball really well, passing and cutting and getting layups.
Good follow by Christensen to stay with it.
Yeah, Griff Christensen.
29-26, and that ball is out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Generals.
Griff Christensen getting a basket there, comes out of the game, but he's got to be way more assertive. I'm looking at the paper, 6'8", He should be dominating right now.
Okay, we're going to go to instant replay back here at Southridge.
It's a
There's
shot
the
attempt turn alley-oop.
Yeah.
Isaiah Real
Nice.
with some athleticism.
Isaiah Real, definitely one of the better 6-men I've seen here.
Oh, yeah.
Out in 6A.
He's been real big tonight.
Bird double team, forces the shot, can't come up with it. Rebound comes away, Southridge. And here comes Giraldi. They have a 2-on-2, now 3-on-2. And Real misses it, forces the shot, thought he was fouled, but he wasn't. There's Leonard with another board. And gets that to Atherton. Atherton back to Leonard. He gets into DJ, or to DeAndre. Once again, he's double teamed.
He's facing a hard double every time he catches the ball.
Yes, he is. They are not letting him. There is a double team again. He gets it out, kicks it out. There's got to be an open man. And there's Kennedy at the top. Back into Bird. There's the double team. Bird's going to take the shot. Looked like there was some contact. No foul called.
Yeah,
Rebound goes to the Hawks. That's Pete. And there's a turnover. The Generals counter. Kennedy comes away with the steal.
Don't want to do. Turnover for turnover.
3 minutes to go here in the third. 3-point Skyhawks lead. And there's Kennedy, the floater. Can't get that to go. And it's going to remain Generals ball.
I'm really impressed with Southridge's man-to-man on-ball defense, especially Isaiah Real. He's just been excellent, moving his feet, not using his hands and staying in front of guys and turning them. Great one-on-one defender.
Much better than what was alluded to you from the coach over there at Southridge.
Yeah, he's great on the on-ball.
And Bird gets it out. That's Atherton for 3, and that's long. And once again, another rebound, and that's Parker Gaddis, who's done a fine job on the boards. Giraldi kicked that back out to Gaddis, the junior.
You can look for Southridge to get back into their motion offense, pass and cut, and get the ball to Griff Christensen.
Gaddis has nice size. Guarded by Augustus. Can't come up with the shot. Christensen battles for the rebound, gets it. Loose ball is out of bounds, and it's going to remain Skyhawks.
Pinball.
Three-point Skyhawks lead, 2:21 left to go.
Griff Christensen, 6'8", senior post. I'd look to get him the ball an awful lot more if I was Southridge. Uh-oh, somebody woke up Grant fans. An alarm has gone off. They're alive. They're in the building.
They are. Giraldi passes it out. There's a missed 3. That's Van Allen. Rebound. Here comes Leonard on the fast break. Leonard is fouled, and he's going to go to the line for the Generals.
Great push. Both teams looking winded. I think this pace is it's really quick for both teams. I think they want to push the ball, but some of these guys are just looking absolutely exhausted right now, breathing heavy.
Fouls on Hudson Van Allen, his first, and Leonard back to the line for the Generals, makes his first of 2. And here comes Monterossi back in the game, as Grant Giraldi is going to take a rest. He's played a hell of a game, heck of a game.
Yeah, he's been great so far, too. Southridge, you know, they go deep into their bench. They don't really lose anything when they go to their bench. They've got solid players from 1 through 10.
And Monterossi's running the point. Normally a wing, he can do both. Monterossi kicks that back out. That's Van Allen, misses a 3. He's long with it. Another offensive board for the Hawks. That's Parker Gaddis, comes away. Christensen kicks that outside. There's Monterossi from 15, can't get that to go. That's in and out, and we're going to have a loose ball foul, and that's going to go against the Skyhawks, and I think Van Allen's going to be charged for his second.
Grant really struggling to rebound the ball the last couple possessions. They got to be more aggressive on the boards. DeAndre Bird looking a little tired, slightly frustrated at this point from all the attention he's getting on this end. He's getting double teams every time, so these guys got to stay focused and find other ways to help their team.
And there's a sophomore point guard backup in there. Dishes that out to Atherton, and he misses. And ball's out of bounds, will remain with the Generals. That is Russell Tillery, the 5'9" sophomore who played about a minute in the first half.
Yeah, he's back in, give a breather for DJ Kennedy, play some solid defense, and knock down open shots.
They're going to call a foul on Parker Gaddis, which is his first, so this is inbounded. And there's Bird. Let's see if he does anything. Nice pass to Leonard. Underneath Leonard, a head fake. 4-footer. Skies it over Christensen and makes it.
Coach Kelly wanted a foul on that one.
29-29. 1:10 left to go in the third. Now we have a ball game, DeLove.
Yeah, we got a ball game. The fans have woke up a little bit, and I think both teams are ready to close this game out.
And here comes Bird, another board, back out to Leonard. Leonard lays it up. How about that, Dylan Leonard?
He's been the man tonight for the Generals.
The 6'4" senior wing. He has a plethora of offensive weapons. He can drive, he can post, and he can shoot the three.
Yeah, he's done a little bit of everything tonight. I'm really impressed by his play.
In the low block to Christensen. Christensen, nice pass. Gets that out. That's Brian Pete.
Very unselfish play by Southridge. Griff Christensen, great pass from the post. He knows he's going to be facing double teams.
And we're tied back at 31 with 24 seconds left. Grant High School can take the lead again. It's Atherton working against Parker Gaddis. And now DeAndre Bird being guarded by Pete. Bird's got some size on him, kicks that back out.
Got 5 seconds on the
Atherton's
clock.
going to fire that up and almost gets it, but can't make it. That comes away. The rebound is Pete, and that's going to end the third quarter here at Grant High School.
I think Luke Atherton mistimed how much time was left on the clock. Probably could have got a little bit better shot than that.
31-31. One more quarter to play. 8 minutes left in this battle of 6A. That is the love. I am Dub Brad, and we are Dub Portland Sports Beat, and we'll be back. When living at home is no longer an option, save yourself the frustration and go contact an expert who has been in your shoes and will find the right living community to meet your needs. Jennifer Cook, call her 503-780-7353 or visit us online at www.livinglight.net. Living Right Senior Placement, it's the place to go and visit. We're going to go to our sideline reporter. That's Taylor Foster. Please take it away, Taylor.
And this is Taylor Foster with Southridge's plan to win this fourth quarter. They're really looking on defense to maintain that double team that's going on down low on the basket. Communication is key on offense. They are really looking to run the ball, control that tempo of the game. And it's back to you guys.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor Foster. We're going to go to our instant replay. This is new, and PJ loves to play with this. So before we start the fourth quarter, all right, we're going to start the fourth quarter. We'll get back to that instant replay.
He psyched us out.
He did. It's like a kid at a candy store. Our crew, they're playful.
Fresh start for both teams. It's basically 0-0 right now.
Skyhawks on the prowl. Monterossi guarded against the sophomore, Russell Tillery. And here comes Beekman. Gets the ball out. Good ball movement by Southridge.
Alondre Augustus all over the place.
We're going to have a double dribble. Another turnover by the Skyhawks.
Yeah.
That was Michael Singh, the sophomore wing. So the Generals, good defense.
Yeah, Alondre Augustus came scrambling all over the place, caused that all by himself.
And Kennedy back in at point guard. Joined with Alondre Augustus in the backcourt. Augustus gets the screen by Leonard. Good pass. There's Bird. Bird lays it in.
That's good basketball right there. That's probably exactly which Coach Kelly is looking for right now.
33-31 Grant. Monterossi misses the 5-foot pull-up in the paint and clears it once again. There he is, Leonard.
This fourth quarter is really key that both teams take care of the basketball now. They've been a little sloppy up until now, so let's make sure if I'm each point guard, I'm taking great care of the ball.
Kennedy goes baseline, good pass, reverse layup. There's the sophomore, Russell Tillery. And we're gonna have a timeout called by Southridge.
And that was
35-31, Grant High School back on top.
That was DJ Kennedy on the assist right there, calling for good point guard play, and he gets right down to the baseline, flips it off to the open man, easy 2 points.
Let's see if our director wants to go to our instant replay now with 6:40 left. And here we go, the fast break by Grant.
Dylan Leonard, he's just been absolutely phenomenal tonight. You see him there with the easy layup on the fast break, earlier with the slam dunk. He's hit a three-pointer. He's just been all over the place blocking shots. Dylan Leonard, very impressed by the way he stepped up tonight. Southridge really all over DeAndre Bird with the double teams, and Dylan Leonard stepped up his game tonight. And Grant Generals definitely need his play.
6:40 left, Love. 35-31. Grant High School back on top. Could you ask for anything more?
You know, I'm not going to say more.
Maybe a few more dunks?
Yeah, a little bit better quality. Not turning the ball over so much by these guys.
But good competition.
Good competition. This is it. We're
Back
going
and
into
forth.
crunch time right now. I think everybody's energy is going to pick up.
And Pete's in the game. Monterossi gets that out to El Mans, who misses the shot. He's long. Another rebound and pulls it out. Good outlet pass to Augustus. Augustus is going to hold this up. Kennedy's going to get that out to Russell Tillery. 6:06 remaining. 4-point lead for the Generals. Looking to add more here. Looking to post up is Leonard, but he didn't get the ball. Augustus gets that out, and there's Leonard.
Hey,
back
good
pass.
pass.
Kennedy for three. No. Follow up by the sophomore, Russell Tillery.
Russell Tillery with the follow. Everybody on the scramble. Shot missed. Russell Tillery flies in for the
And
putback.
a turnover, a steal by Bird. Oh, we're going to get a double dribble. Bird turns it over. Uncharacteristic for DeAndre Bird. This has to be the worst game I've ever seen him play, and it's the second.
I think he's a little overexcited. He finally got the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
Southridge has been giving him such a tough time tonight. He hasn't been able to get his touches.
Having the ball in your hand, a 6-point lead, 5:36 left in the game. He got a little too excited
That's
there.
pure excitement right there. All the possibilities going the other way.
I want to see that composure that I heard about.
Exactly.
Skyhawks back on offense, looking for Christensen, guarded by Bird. Bird trying to play physical against Christensen. There's Griff, he gets it. Nice spin, baseline, off the glass, but he's gonna draw a foul. What a great move by Griff Christensen.
A very athletic looking move as well. I didn't think he had it in him up until then.
And apologize.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So
I'm
am I, because
sorry.
I would have said the same thing.
I know, he's just been really mechanical so far on the block, but that was nice to see.
That's Bird's second foul. Christensen misses the first free throw. Here's the replay.
They got a high pick and roll.
Grand General.
Bird gets it. Leonard.
Nice pass. All right, we're back to live action here. And
Tillery, nice
two missed
putback.
free throws really hurt Southridge right now. And here comes Kennedy and Grant. Kennedy for threes, bumped, so he's going to get three free throws. Say it real fast.
Ooh, three free
what a
throws.
mistake by the Skyhawks.
DJ Kennedy.
Look at the coach's face.
DJ
Oh my
Kennedy's
God.
doing his best Jamal Crawford impersonation. Tap dance. Defender falls, and now he's on the line for three free throws.
Oh,
DJ
man.
Kennedy, ladies and
Phil
gentlemen.
Vessel's glasses just fogged up with anger.
Oh my goodness. That's what we call a handle.
A 7-point lead. This can make it 8. Could Kennedy come through? One more.
I think right there, that's an automatic confidence booster for DJ Kennedy for the rest of this game. He's fully aware and invested right now.
Misses the last one, but a 39-31 lead for the Generals. Timeout, Skyhawks. 5:01 left in the game.
Oh, yeah. We got the
Let's
replay.
go to that replay right here on the foul, the 3-point shot by
We cut it
DJ
a little
Kennedy.
short, but DJ Kennedy with a nice
Just
cross.
a little short.
Mixed up the defender, had him laying down on the ground, pops back up, foul.
Kennedy's one of the veterans of this team. He's been playing since his freshman year, averaged 11, 4, and 3. 3 steals, that is, last year. One of the better players on this team. They were 22-6, second place in 6A, lost in the state quarterfinals to Westland, who we saw play last week. And, of course, they were the state champions.
Yeah, Grant's got a great team. They're legit.
But they lost 9 seniors, though.
Man.
That's the key losses right there. So this is an inexperienced bunch led by DeAndre Bird. But right now, I would say led by Dylan Leonard.
Dylan Leonard's been great tonight. Dylan Leonard has absolutely stepped up in place of DeAndre Bird, who has gone Amber Alert, missing. He's been missing tonight. Southridge all over him, smothering him. They got 2 guys on him even when the ball's not in his hands. So Dylan Leonard had to step up, and he's done it so far tonight.
5:01 left in the game. 8-point general lead. Can the Skyhawks come back?
If they do, they're going to need Monterossi to get the ball in his hands like he did early in the first half and get into the lane for some easy layups.
Giraldi running the point, defended by DJ Kennedy. Almost another turnover by the Skyhawks. Gets the ball into Christensen, who's been very aggressive the last few minutes here in the fourth.
Christensen with that size, I just want to see him drop step and slam dunk one time.
Bird's got the tough duty to guard him, but he's the only one.
And, you know, he's actually done a really good job tonight, which is probably also why he's a little bit exhausted, because he's banging against a 6'8" guy with a solid body.
And the Skyhawks are just taking their time now. 4:17 left to go. Try to go into Christensen, a loose ball, but picked up by Monterossi. Back into Christensen. He needs to make a big move, a quick move, and that is stolen by Leonard. Another turnover by the Skyhawks, and here come the Generals back on the prowl.
And you can see the panic and frustration on Griff Christensen's face on that possession. That was a very key possession for Southridge.
Into the hands of DJ Kennedy. And there's Alondre Augustus who's played big minutes. He takes it to the paint. Good move. Draws the foul. Can't finish, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Caught the Southridge defense slipping a little bit and got into the lane really easy.
Can make this a 10-point lead if he sinks 2 free throws. 3:47 left in the game. They're going to call that foul on Griff Christensen. Only a second for a big guy who commands the paint.
Yeah, he hasn't really, you know, had to do a lot of banging. He's been playing off of DeAndre Bird a little bit, so luckily for him, DeAndre hasn't been able to get any touches.
We're going to go to instant replay. Here, look at that move. Draws the foul. Almost got the and one. And makes the free throw. Both of them, 2 of 2. It's a 10-point Generals lead, 3:45 to go.
Tillery playing great on-ball defense on Monterossi.
Monterossi's been quiet. There's a 3-point shot. That's no good. That's off by Hudson Van Allen. And the ball is going to go back to the Generals.
And Dylan Leonard and DeAndre Bird both fighting for that rebound.
And here comes Isaiah Reel checking back in for Southridge.
Oh, yeah. He's been their guy tonight defensively. And he's probably going to try to heckle DJ Kennedy as much as possible. And let's take a look at this matchup. He's got him full court. This time
driving, that's beat. Kennedy loses the ball. I don't know if he was throwing that up or trying to pass it. He's grinning. They're going to say Generals ball here, and you hear the fans for Southridge do not like the call.
No, not happy with that call at all.
That looked like a close one there.
Close one? I don't know.
Russell Tillery, the sophomore, off the glass.
Tillery's
it's a 12-point lead. Yeah, those 2 points might have been a gift there by the referees.
Right.
Nice move by Monterossi, drives the lane. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Southridge. It's a 10-point game. 43-33 Grant. We're going to go to our instant replay because PJ is still
He's playing with it tonight. Let's see.
Here we go. We have a new toy. We might need to see that one more time. Can we see that one more time?
We're having a little bit of trouble with the replay tonight, but that's okay. We just call it practice.
Well, I tried to get it again, but I'm not going to. And there I'm going to get it.
Folks, please continue to follow our
I would say Southridge ball from that angle. But the replay, it's so smaller a screen, I cannot overrule it. So we're going to go with what the referee said.
We don't have indisputable evidence.
No indisputable evidence here.
We don't have that here.
We don't do indisputable evidence just because you're Love and I'm Brad. And we are kicking it on PortlandSportsBeat.com, where you can listen to a broadcast of high school basketball every Friday. Don't forget to check out Living Right Senior Placement. Call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7353.
or email her at jennifer@livingright.net, or go online for more additional information, www.livingright.net. Back to action, 3:07 left, 10-point general lead, looking to add more and put this game out of reach. As Kennedy has the ball in his hands, played solid the second half. And there's Bird, who's just, as soon as he gets it, he just gives it up.
Yeah, Southridge coming with hard traps on every pass.
Good ball movement.
Trap.
And there's a double dribble,
He
turnover
double dribble,
by
he could have
Grant.
called travel as well.
Couldn't have worked out any better for Southridge.
Southridge has been great tonight when they get active on defense. When they get active, they've been great.
And Michael Sing's going to check in now for Southridge.
It's a 10-point game,
That's
but in a
man.
game like this, 10 points seems like 20 points when you're playing from behind.
Christensen gets the ball at the top of the key, guarded by Bird. We're going to have an offensive foul. That's away from the ball. I think that's going to be on Michael Sing. It is. It's Michael Sing. A huge turnover on the offensive foul.
Guys are a little bit frustrated right now on that end.
His first, 16 foul.
And the Generals back on the attack, led by point guard DJ Kennedy. Good ball movement. Bird gets it out to your man Leonard. 2:24 left on the clock, 10-point lead. We're going to have a foul. Okay, they're going to call it on number 10, I believe.
They call it on Monterossi.
It is. It's on Monterossi.
Monterossi felt like it was a moving
Only
screen.
his first, though.
Yeah, he felt like it was a moving screen, so he kind of just pushed his way through. As a point guard playing defense myself, I understand what that feels like.
Too bad his opinion doesn't count.
Not at
here's
all.
Leonard at the line for the Generals, and that was a 1-and-1. He missed it, and Christensen pulls the rebound.
Southridge down 10. They got to really be quick in their attacks, getting wide open layups or wide open three-point shots.
Monterossi from the elbow.
And
Make
that's
that
a
the
good
free
look.
throw line.
That's a good look. That's a practice shot right
Cuts
there.
it to 8-point lead for the Generals. Ooh. And a steal, a quick turnover. Great move. Misses the shot. That was Real, who's playing that fantastic
Isaiah
defense.
Real's been great defensively.
And
snatching the cookies of DJ Kennedy in the open court.
And Grant has the ball back. Double team trap and a timeout called by Grant. Or do we have a personal foul? They're going to call a foul. I thought he signaled for a timeout. They're going to call that Monterossi. Again, he's confused.
Hey, what I say last week? The fouler never fouls.
Yep, that time he did.
When you foul, you make that face right there, the confused face.
Kennedy goes to the line, misses, and Christensen pulls away the rebound. So that was actually a good foul by Monterossi. Good defense. Been trapping.
That's basically
Grant.
a missed shot.
There's Monterossi driving on two guys, has it rejected, but a foul before the basket.
And that's a great job by him finding the body of the defender and getting into it, and the refs give him the foul call. Now he's shooting two with the clock stopped.
Another foul on Bird. Or they're going to call it on Leonard. I thought it was on Leonard. I saw him signal one. So Monterossi's at the line, rims the first one. When the clock is stopped, these are crucial points.
You know, I was just going to say, Southridge really needed that free throw. And for sure they need this one. Look for him to pick up again in the full court press. You got Russ Tillery down at the other end.
Yeah, Tillery was wide open. Leonard, that's the one thing he might not have done correctly today. Here's Leonard, gets it out to the open man. That's Augustus. And there's a foul.
And Grant understanding time right now is more valuable than wide open shot attempts, and Andre Augustus pump fakes, kicks the ball back out, and burns a little bit of clock.
1:25 left in the game. 43-36, Grant High School by 7, and Dylan Leonard is back at the line for the Generals. 2 shots will be huge. Makes the first.
Southridge going to need to get some three-point looks now at this point.
Christensen gets the board and gets it to Monterossi.
He's got to go.
Trailing by 8 points. Here's Monterossi going left, passes it. 3-point shot from the corner, missed by Gaddis. And the rebound comes away by the Generals. Huge rebound, 1:08 left. Bird, good pass, gets it to Leonard. Leonard trips and falls, loses the ball in a turnover by the Generals. Fortunate for Southridge. Here they go on the fast break. Monterossi lays it in over Bird. And they're going to call a timeout with 58.4 seconds left. We have a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, Coach Vessel gets the quick timeout to stop the clock. I think he's hoping maybe they can get back in the game, get a quick foul, and try to stay in it and stretch the ball game time-wise. Coach Kelly on the other side is frustrated. He's wondering why we can't take care of the ball on the last possession. Dylan Leonard fumbles it. He should have just pulled it back out. Looked like he wanted to go for another slam dunk to me. But, you know, they just got to take care of the ball. They're up with the lead. They don't need to do anything extra right now. Just maintain.
We're going to go to our replay system once again and show that turnover by Grant as Leonard lost control of the ball. Unfortunate. Very fortunate, though, for Southridge.
Yeah, unfortunate fumble.
And there's Monterossi, who capitalizes on the lay-in.
Monterossi's been great all night getting to the basket. Grant's just got to stay confident and close this game out. They're up 6 points right now. They have the ball. There's a minute left. They just have to make free throws and not turn the basketball over.
58.4 seconds left here at Grant High School, home of the Generals. They have a 6-point lead, 44-38. And Bird is fouled quickly, and that again is on Isaiah Reel. Only 1 second expired, so it was a good foul.
Yeah, that's what Southridge needed.
Come down to free throws now.
That's exactly what Southridge needed.
Bird can come up big now. He hasn't come up huge this game, but here in clutch time, under a minute left, he has an opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. He needs to knock these down. These are very important free throws for the Generals. You don't want to miss these and have them come down and score it and it'd be a 4-point game or even a 3-point game. Big basket. Sinks him with calmness.
It's the red hair, I tell you.
It's
the red hair.
He's so laid back for a red hair guy. He's just chilling.
A lot of beta-carotene in his diet. 2 of 2 from Bird. And it's an 8-point game. 46-38, 53 seconds left. Here come the Skyhawks. Monterossi has the ball. He kicks it Christensen for 3. No good. And a big rebound. And there's a foul by the Skyhawks. And that means Alondre Augustus is going to go to the line for the Generals.
Southridge still fighting. Had a good look. One more foul.
That's a huge rebound by Augustus. He has played a nice ball game off the bench.
He's been great. He's a great one-on-one defender. He brings a lot of energy to this team, which, as you can see, is something the Generals really need. They have a really calm and cool demeanor, and Augustus brings that energy defensively that helps get your team going.
.9 seconds left. The Generals desperately trying to hang on to this victory, and the Skyhawks trying to foul, hope that the Generals miss their free throws and then hit a couple threes. A bunch of threes, or quick 2s and 3s, and some turnovers.
They're going to need a lot to happen
in
45 seconds.
And the Generals have been clutch at the free throw line here under 2 minutes left. Augustus hits 2 of them.
Back to a 10-point game now.
43 seconds left. Monterossi going left in the paint. Dishes Christensen. Christensen air ball. That was affected by Bird. And we're going to have a foul right there. And that's on Parker Gaddis.
Brad, you might be saving him a little bit. That was a 4-foot air ball. It was.
It certainly was.
DeAndre Bird was there. I don't think he got it. Maybe we can get a replay.
And Russell Tillery, the sophomore, back at the line. Tillery misses the first. The sophomore getting some big-time minutes in the closing of this game here. Valuable minutes. He'll remember this forever.
Yeah, he's played great. He's
except for missing those 2 free throws.
Minus that, but he's come in and he's guarded Monterossi for the second half. It's allowed DJ Kennedy to guard the 2-guard man and reserve some energy to play well offensively.
He's got good foot speed. Oh,
yeah.
He just got picked right there by Beekman. There's a 3-point shot. That is an air ball. And you hear it. That was Ali El-Mans, and you hear it, and that ball is going back to the Generals. You hear the crowd, the air ball.
I hear the crowd.
No chickens in the crowd this time, but we have a couple elves.
We got a couple elves,
we have a baby
reindeer.
Santa. Yeah, reindeer.
Yeah.
Some white out. Bird controls it, 16 seconds. This is going to do it.
Stall it out.
The Generals are going to move to 4-0.
And Southridge coach tells them don't foul, to just let the time run out. Great game by both teams. Southridge really fought hard tonight.
So the Grant Generals move to 4-0, and Southridge falls to 4-3. Outstanding game, but in the fourth quarter, the last few minutes, the Generals pulled away, playing good defense, making their free throws and making big shots and forcing some turnovers.
Yeah, Grant came out in the fourth quarter, and they did what they needed to do. They closed out on Monterossi, didn't let him get into the paint. Christensen wasn't able to get the ball on the block. They played great defense. Russell Tillery came in the game, really shut Monterossi down. Alondre Augustus brought some energy. Dylan Leonard, absolutely phenomenal tonight, played a great game. He led the general charge, and great closeout, great fourth quarter by the Grant Generals for the victory.
All right, our sideline reporter Taylor Foster is looking to interview someone, so we'll get back to her in a minute or two as soon as she gets that. But your final score is Grant High School 48, Southridge 38. And what was so impressive about that victory for head coach Paul Kelly is that they basically did that without a major impact from Bird.
Yeah, exactly. Coach Kelly coached his players to know we're not going to force the ball to DeAndre Bird if he's facing a lot of double teams. Talk to the other guys about stepping up, and that's exactly what they did. And Taylor's on the sideline right now with Coach Kelly, a.k.a. Duper. Taylor, we send it over to you.
And this is Taylor Foster down with Grant's head coach Paul Kelly. You guys are 5-0 this season thus far. You guys came into the fourth quarter tied at 31. What finally gave you guys the edge to win?
Well, I mean, we just had to buckle down and get stops. They're a tough team. You know, they execute. They're a well-coached team, and they fought their hearts out tonight, and they gave us everything that we could handle tonight. We were just lucky to make a few plays down the stretch. You know, DeAndre Bird didn't have the game that he's accustomed to having. I mean, they double-teamed him. They took the ball out of his hands. They were really aggressive defensively. And I give a lot of credit to Southridge in the game that they played tonight. I mean, it's just a testament to our guys that no matter what the competition level is, we're going to rise to the occasion. We didn't have our A game tonight. But we were able to pull out a win. And just having some veteran guys and senior guys, we had a real good performance by Russell Tillery, a sophomore who came off the bench and provided some on-ball defense and made a couple of plays, the layups down the stretch. And so those are things that we need. We need contributions from guys that are coming off the bench, as well as the guys that we depend on a nightly basis. So tough win for us, and we accept it, and we accept the fact that we're not the team that we're going to be. And we just keep striving to get better. I love these kids. They work hard, and they deserve the victory tonight, so I'm proud of them.
What do you think the biggest improvements will be for you looking into, you're playing in the Les Schwab tournament, and then you go in right after they get back from break into league then, correct?
Well, I mean, you know, the Les Schwab is a prestigious tournament, and, you know, we want to represent Grant High School well in the Les Schwab. But more than anything, I mean, our goals are focused on winning our league and getting ready for the playoffs. Those are things that, you know, the Les Schwab is just a bonus for us. I mean, you know, we get a treat of playing Rainier Beach in the first round, and, you know, they're a great team and a great program, and I believe they're like 7th ranked in the country, so it'll be a tall task, but, you know, we look forward to matching up against the best in the nation, and so that's a prize for our kids to be able to play on that kind of stage. So, you know, we're going to lace them up and give it our best shot. So I'm really happy to be involved with the Les Schwab, but more importantly, looking forward to our league in the playoffs. You know, we had a tough loss in the playoffs last year, and a team that we thought had a chance to win. And a lot of these same guys are back, and, you know, they want to taste victory. And so we work hard every day in practice. So those are the things that we're going to continue to do, try to get defensive stops, and just get better every single game.
Well, thank you so much, Paul Kelly, and congrats on your win. And this is Taylor Foster with Portland Sports.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor. We're going to go to some replays here because our Portland Sports Beat broadcast team is super happy as here we go. Here's some replays of the game.
First half, that looks like DeAndre Bird. That was Dylan Leonard on the putback.
Yeah. Here, let's go. Corner 3.
Luke Atherton for 3 in the corner, knocks it down.
That was in the first. You got a nice swing pass. Oh, drilled it.
Southridge was great at kicking the ball and making the extra pass. Very, very team-oriented team.
Good rebound by Christensen, who made a nice impact, but at times kind of drifted away.
Yeah, felt like he could have been a little bit more dominant at 6'8" with his size. He could have been a little bit more dominant.
And I want to see the coach go to him a little bit more. Remember, he had surprise quickness.
Yeah, he did. He had a couple plays where it surprised you with his athleticism, but you got a 6'8" guy. You got to go to him just a little bit more.
And that was a nice play right there.
Southridge played a great game. They just didn't have enough.
Yeah, they couldn't close them out. The Generals had enough leadership from other players.
And Dylan Leonard again.
Dylan Leonard
was just phenomenal.
He was a beast. Atherton played a great game in the first half. Alondre Augustus came up big off the bench, and Tillery.
There we just had Isaiah Reel from Southridge on the putback. He was also great tonight in an unfortunate loss for Southridge, but Isaiah Reel, he's a great defender. I was really impressed with him tonight.
He reminds me of Nick Batum.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, really focused, can do a lot of different things. And Dylan Leonard again on the easy transition layup. He's been great.
When living at home is no longer an option, save yourself the frustration and go contact an expert who has been in your shoes, and you will find the right living community to meet your needs. Call Jennifer Cook, 503-780-7353, or for more information, visit us online at www.livinglight.net. Living Right Senior Placement. I'm Dub Brad, and joining me to my left is Dub Love. We're Dub Portland Sports Beat, and guess what? We're out.
Now
here.
It's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye at Grand High School.
See you next week.
Next
Schwab.
Friday. Yeah, Les Schwab. See ya.
See
Merry
ya.
Christmas. Happy New Year. Blue skies, green lights, and all the love and happiness. This is Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network saying ciao. Hasta la vista.
We out.